Continuing in the trust the process conversation. In Exodus, as the children of Israel are leaving Egypt, God tells them to turn back. And does that make any sense sometimes? You're doing something, you're moving forward, and all of a sudden you have to turn back. It's like I'm trying to move forward and I'm not really getting very far. It's like moving back to go forward. Does that make sense? But it did, because in this story, God tells the children of Israel to go back to Pi Hahiroth. If I'm pronouncing that right, I probably butchered it. But the point is, it was strategic. They didn't understand, because they're like, what? Aren't there enough graves in Egypt? Did you bring us out here to die? That's not the point. They can't see what God has ahead and in store. But what God had was a plan to completely annihilate their enemy. And by having them return to Pi Hahiroth, the Egyptians were of the opinion that they're stuck in the desert and this was their time to get back their slaves. But what it was a setup. God had them do that on purpose. It was a setup for the enemy. The enemy didn't know that, otherwise he would have not done it, right? But the children of Israel didn't know it either, but God knew it, and God had them go back where they came from. If you are in a go back experience right now, hang tight. Hang tight, because God has a plan. You can't see. It makes no sense to you. It feels like a back paddle when you've already been moving forward and you feel frustrated that you're not getting any further than you wanted to. Trust me, I'm going through that right now with my doctorate. So I totally get it, but we need to trust the process. God's got you.